Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
We are B is for Bad movie reviews.
B is for bad.
See, now I wait because I'm like, I want to say who I am, but then I know Steven's going to say fucking something right after I say it.
That's what I always do.
I know. I'm Scott.
And I'm Steven, and I'm letting him speak now.
Oh, look at him. Look at him go. And we hope you enjoyed our last week's movie. I don't even remember what it was, whatever the fuck it was.
It was Sleepaway Camp.
I was just about to say, was it the camp one?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. I was on the right track. So yes, and that movie was creepy as fuck, but like in a the weirdest, like nonchalant way.
Yeah, it's like it's got a weird creepiness to it, and it's got
just
dealing with younger kids than most movies do.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, that look on her face at the end of the movie, that just that haunts you. You're just like, what are we doing? I think I read somewhere he told the actress to look like she's bobbing for apples.
Yeah, I think it was that, but then also it was that was still the mask that the double was wearing. So
yeah, so
it was her face in like a weird contorted way of like.
So they must have taken a picture of her face.
And then put it on a mask.
Yeah, and they had to have, right? They had to have done that.
Yeah.
But again, she's like that stage direction. Look like you're bobbing for apples. I'm like, what am I supposed to like? Am I supposed to look like I'm drowning in water?
Just a mouth as big as you can make it.
Yeah. I've never understood bobbing for apples because I think it's fucking dumb.
You know, I do think that's a nicer and easier way to approach telling that to a child, that you want them to open their mouth that big. Like, open your mouth like you're bobbing for apples. They can understand that instead of, or like you're screaming the loudest you've ever screamed before.
Or like you can't tell them like you're taking the biggest dick that you've ever seen just in your mouth. Open your mouth as big as that.
Why?
You can't do that with a kid. And I don't know if you could do that with. I don't think you could do it with an adult either.
I mean, you could do it with me, but.
All right. Well, we're coming at you with a special one this week.
Yes, we are.
We're doing a double feature.
Yes, a double feature that we actually got together and watched both of them back to back.
They were so bad, but you know what? It's bad in the worst possible way too. So there's no.
Yeah, we decided not to just go with the first Leprechaun movie because it's more big.
That one's a mainstream movie for sure. Yeah. I think all of the sequels are like B movies. I think every single one.
They've got to be. They've got to be. Like we said, B movie is whatever we want to call a B movie, whatever we consider a B movie, and we think the double feature in the Leprechaun franchise of In the Hood and Back to the Hood. Perfectly.
Was it In the Hood or In the Hood and Back to the Hood?
In the Hood and then Back to the Hood.
Yeah, they should have kept the duh. That's where they made their mistake. Yeah. I will say the second movie was way worse than the first one, but the first one was still very bad.
No, I disagree. I'm the opposite. I like Back to the Hood better. I think it's more of a movie. I think the first one is more of a let's just throw every weird idea out here.
Let's like do some Scooby-Doo antics in this one where like they're in the room and they're hiding and they're like shh, and then they shush the leprechaun. He's like, hello laddies. Just like yes, I can see that, but let's just jump right into this, I guess.
I got a small little premise of the first one at least.
Oh, the very first one or In the Hood?
The first Leprechaun in the Hood, sorry. The fifth one. Okay. All right. This movie asks, what if Leprechaun became part horror villain, part supernatural pimp, and part rap industry gatekeeper? It's one of those sequels that you can feel the franchise saying, we have completely run out of normal ideas, and it's time to get weird.
It is time to get weird. It's time to have a weird rap at the end of the movie.
There's weird raps throughout the movie.
There are not the leprechaun rapping at the end of the movie.
That's true.
I mean, that's just the stupidest.
Okay, but honestly, that one was more fun than the other raps.
Yes. Yeah,
like it's bad. It's worse.
What was the rapper's name? I'm trying to remember now.
Oh God, let me pull up. I have the IMDb.
Like humanitarian or some bullshit. The nice guy.
Postmaster P.
And he was what was his rap? Inspirational rap or some bullshit?
Environmental rap or something like that. Like it was all about it's inspirational, environmental. It's like it was all supposed to be like positive rap. You know.
Yeah.
I'm putting the P in positivity. The the positive in post Master P or whatever he said. I don't even remember.
It's so stupid. So the whole movie is like, it's weird because why is the leprechaun underneath New York? Or was it New York? I think it's underneath. No, it's underneath LA.
No, LA. Yeah, they both take place in LA.
But like, where is it? Like, LA doesn't have subway stations, so where the fuck was that? Just in a sewer?
Probably, or just some underground tunnel, or like maybe like there was a time during probation.
I wonder if like that first scene was in New York because it kind of looked like a subway station. Like he came from New York, went to LA, maybe?
I don't think so. They never say anything to that degree. Yeah. You can try to rationalize why this started the way it did, but you're not going to make it make any sense.
And they never explain, like, here's my thing. Where the fuck did anyone get that pendant? Is it magical? Like, did they find it somewhere? Did somebody craft that? Like, I really want to know, because if that's the way to turn a leprechaun to stone, keep that thing on you at all times.
I mean, for real. Like, yeah. And it seems like you can touch literally everything else, just not the pendant. Just like, as long as you don't take that off of his neck, you're fine. He's sealed.
At the same time, why not have melt down that pendant, turn it into bullets?
That would have been a better thing to do than what they did in the sequel.
Yeah, because they turned the what did they do?
They grounded up the 4-leaf clover, and then they
17-leaf clover or something.
They put candle wax onto bullets infused with the clover, and then melted it onto the top of the bullets, and then put it in the gun and fired it at them.
Yeah, and it was just, these movies are insane, guys.
Oh,
so some of the scenes that I just wanted to talk about. There's the Scooby-Doo scene is actually kind of funny. They're at like a preacher's house, I want to say. Yes. And they run, they're like, oh shit, it's a leprechaun, and they all run upstairs and they hide in a room and they start shushing down the line. So it's the Scooby-Doo scene. It's like shh, shh, shh. And then the last shush is to the leprechaun. And he's like, oh, okay, lady, I'll be quiet. Like, oh my God.
One thing you have to say about the Leprechaun series, at least for the first 6 or 7 of them that went on, is that Warwick Davis is fantastic as this creature. I love Warwick Davis as Leprechaun, and the movies are not the same without him, but he is literally the only thing holding this movie together.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Jennifer Aniston was in the very, very first one, which is like the biggest star, I think, from that first one, probably.
Oh, for the first one, of course, yeah.
And I don't think they've ever pulled, like, it's weird that the first one was able to not really make a career, but like predict somebody who is going to be big, and then every subsequent one, I guess, you know what, Back in the Hood had Ice-T, which he's not been on like Law and Order for like 55 years or some shit.
Pretty much.
So I guess maybe they predicted Ice-T having a big like TV debut or something.
I think they just literally, because I think the first one was like a year before Friends came out, or right as Friends came out, somewhere around there. But like,
that they pulled someone like her into it, you know?
But honestly, the more and more I've watched movies, and the more I'm getting to these more obscure B movies and cult favorites, the more I'm finding that so many people were in bad B movies way before they started doing good movies.
Yeah.
Like so many of them.
What? Jennifer Lawrence was in a B movie where she's completely nude? I better find that one.
She's nude in a lot of movies now.
She is now. But like, stuff like that, like, you know that there's actors out there who are like that. Like George Clooney was in this movie where he is full frontal. Holy shit, I better get in on that.
I think like Michael McDowell's one of those where you're like, wait, he was in a movie that's basically got like an hour of just straight up the most orgy porn you've ever seen in it. And Amazing. It's about like Roman times where he's this Roman emperor that gets dethroned, and it's called Caligula. But like,
Caligula is based on a true story. That's a real emperor.
Yeah. But like, there's like some of these movies out there you're like that you don't hear about until you start getting into the really like obscure cult following movies, or like the movies that are just like so random that you're like, you're telling me there's like a Caesar movie out there that's just got just straight up porn in it, and it's got all these big famous actors in it, and it's got like all the, like, what the fuck?
That's how it goes. Yeah,
I mean, I watched a weird little 90s kids movie today that actually had Jennifer Coolidge and BD Wong in it. It was called Slappy and the Stinkers.
Okay.
It's a kids movie where it's like basically like a Little Rascals crew of like a losers club that like they go to the aquarium for a school trip and they decide they're gonna help the sea lion escape, and they do, but then they try to take it to the ocean, but then there's a killer whale out in the ocean, so they're like, we got to get the sea lion back. But Jennifer Coolidge is in it, and she plays this like weird like Russian like teacher there, and BD Wong's the principal, and he's the most chaotic I've ever seen him.
All right, I'll check it out.
There's some weird movies out there. It's on Tubi.
So in the hood,
back to Leprechaun.
Yeah. Well, in the hood is what
in
I
the hood.
Back to the hood. So in the hood, it's got Ice-T in it, and he is like the
Mac
worst.
Daddy.
Yeah, Mac Daddy, and Daddy Mac does not make an appearance, which I was so upset about.
It's true. It's true.
Like if you're gonna have Mac Daddy, you gotta have Daddy Mac, and then Chris Cross gonna bring it to you.
They are.
Like I just
and
didn't
then you're
understand. Jump. But he is like the worst bad guy of all time because you can't take him seriously at all throughout the entire movie. Like every line he has is garbage. He like constantly is getting injured. I think at one point he got shot. The leprechaun like attacked him and killed him at one point.
He broke off his finger because he had a ring that was the leprechaun's, and he like literally just like broke off his finger at that point.
Did he bite it off? I can't remember.
He might have bit it off. He might have. I can't remember. Then there was that moment where Mac Daddy and his goon are cornering the people with the flute. Oh yeah, because we haven't even talked about the magic flute yet, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But they've got him cornered in a hallway, and he's like, "But what about that leprechaun guy? Leprechaun guy ain't shit. I don't give a fuck about no leprechaun guy." Well, he's right behind you. Yeah, I'm gonna fall for that fucking stupid shit, you stupid motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, Leprechaun like does like a spirit gun, like Yu Hakusho style, and like shoots a hole through the goon, and, like right through his stomach. And you're just like, what?
See, and this is one of the things I was very upset about with this movie too. I didn't think it was gory enough, but that was one of the good gore.
That was one of the better ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did feel like. You know, you watch a movie like Jeepers Creepers and you literally see him like taking out people's organs, and like there's a mask of fucking Justin Long at the end of the movie because he ripped his goddamn face off. Like those are what I want to see in a horror franchise like Leprechaun, but unfortunately they kind of went cheap on the blood. Like a lot of the other B movies
for this
we watched
for sure,
lower budgets had better fucking like gore.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, even Sleepaway Camp, like they didn't even show a lot of the kills on screen, but like that shower scene kill is brutal as hell. The kids
body
being murdered, and you're seeing
comes out of
like
the canoe. Like,
oh yeah, true, yeah.
Like they did show some good gore in that one, but unfortunately in this one they just didn't.
Yeah, no, this one definitely like skimped out. It like literally was just like, let's have the weirdest fucking ideas ever, and like just throw in like every like black stereotype and throw in a couple of black actors that some people might know, and then just like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right.
It's so weird because, okay, so let's jump into the magic flute, I guess. We have a magic flute. Essentially, it makes anything you do sound good, and people like really vibe with it.
Yeah, it makes it's like a like a gold flute, like Midas touch kind of thing for like sound. Like whatever you play or do for somebody right after that, everyone just like thinks you're the next Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Just randomly. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, and these guys, Postmaster P, who is all about good things. Mm-hmm. And like, I didn't know who the main character was for a while. I think it ended up being him, but honestly, it is him. Either of the other two guys.
Yeah. What is it? Stray Bullet and Butch are the other two.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Butch dies, which was the saddest. He was my favorite.
Butch was the best.
Yes. So all three of these guys are all about like, we send positive messages. We're really cool. Let's go rob this fucking guy and go to Vegas.
Or if we're not going to rob this guy, we're going to buy this cheap ass guitar and we're going to try to frame it as Jimi Hendrix guitar and try to rip off all the pawn shop owners in the town. Like literally every one of their plans is the dumbest plan ever. They never work.
When they get the money, so they steal like a bunch of gold chains and shit from Ice-T's
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy, and they still go to the fucking pawn shops. And I'm like, doing? Like, you are creating. What are you doing? You're not getting nearly as much money as you think you're getting right now.
Yeah, they didn't even go to a cash for gold, man.
Yeah, right.
They went to a pawn shop.
I mean, the cash for gold's probably worse than a pawn shop, but
probably is.
Like,
it was just
like you're getting like pennies on the dollar for that shit. What are we doing?
Yeah, but they get rid of it fast, yo.
I guess. Just like
they need the money now so they can make it to Vegas, so they can make it to that competition that they're only going to make it to because they have this pipe that they stole, their magic flute or whatever. So
yeah. And it's amazing. There's a point where they're having, was it this one with the transvestite? I think it was. There's a transvestite in this one, and the leprechaun, like, it's such a weird scene. The leprechaun,
she's probably a drag queen. I don't know if she's trans.
Trans or drag queen, one or the other. And the leprechaun is like killing her in a room, and all the guys just think that they're having sex, and I'm like, what is happening right now?
And they all listen up into the door like, oh shit, oh man, oh.
It's just like the weirdest shit in the world. And the leprechaun has like a magic necklace. We kind of touched on this earlier, that makes him turn to stone, and they steal the necklace off the leprechaun while they're robbing Mac Daddy, because Mac Daddy refused to give them a loan to go to Vegas so they could do this big rap tournament. Don't guys, just don't ask. It's like a battle of the bands where apparently the winner gets like a little like recording sesh, I think.
I think it was like maybe a prize money of like 50 grand or something too. I can't remember if there was a prize or. I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
I think I'd rather have a fucking record deal.
I mean, you could say that, but you have people like Kelly Clarkson who have come out and been like, they promised you $1 million, but it was $1 million in investment in you. I didn't get any money, and I didn't even get the car that I was promised.
Yeah,
Clay Aiken got second. He got a car.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the whole thing, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just like money is whatever. So they like the whole movie just felt so weird going through. Again, it doesn't really feel like a horror. A lot of it's kind of comical.
Yeah, this one's way more in the comedy than it is the horror side of it. There's honestly nothing that's scary in these. Like the first one's got a couple of moments that kind of have like a little like at least creepy atmosphere, even if it's not outright horror. There's still comedy to it, but
oh my god, guys! The first scene of this fucking movie, he starts like Ice-T has an afro.
Oh yeah,
he just starts like pulling shit from. He pulls like a bat from his afro at one point. Like,
I couldn't remember what all they pulled from.
Oh,
one
of them was like a bat. He pulled the
leprechaun ends up killing one of the guys with the afro pick, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He kills like Ice-T's partner who is robbing. I don't know how they figured this out. So they knew where the fucking area was, and they just like go in there. They smash the wall of it. Like they know where the wall is for all the gold.
Oh, this is right, because they couldn't find it, and they were getting frustrated, and Mac Daddy ended up grabbing his goon and throwing him, and he ended up throwing him into the exact wall he needed to get into that had all the gold in it and had the leprechaun statue.
So somehow they knew the gold was down there. Somebody had told them, and that person decided not to take any because he's probably smarter. Like, fucking leprechaun, man. You can't take gold from a leprechaun. What are you out of your fucking mind?
That shit.
Yeah. It's just like the whole movie just feels like a giant comedy, which is fine for the leprechaun, but I think I prefer it to be more of a horror.
Yeah, I agree. I think like there's a good balance that a lot of these horror comedies need to have.
Yeah.
Or it just feels almost in that realm of like it's bad for a reason, like, and it's more comically bad than it is actually just like entertaining or good. Like,
yeah,
and
we don't want it to be funny on purpose. We want it to be funny adjacent.
Yes, or like have like we all love, and honestly, like Nightmare on Elm Street does this perfectly, I think, for a lot of their movies, where they have the comical side, especially in the things that he says, like, it's prime time, bitch, and then throws her head through a fucking TV screen. That's fucking awesome. Or when he's like playing someone like a puppet and he's like pretending, he's like, like that's funny and that's comical, but it's also horrifying. And there's like some horrifying things to it still.
Yeah, but this movie they missed the mark on a lot of their horrifying stuff, I think.
Yeah, I feel like after like the first one, and maybe even the second one, they really just decided like, I'm gonna stop doing more of like the creepy atmosphere and a little bit of the horror side of it, and just straight up be, this is funny. Like this is just comedy now.
And I mean, in this movie, he becomes like this. Steven kind of touched on this, a mega pimp, where like they lock him in an iron safe. Apparently, leprechauns can't escape iron, but
Yeah,
their
which they
powers
did.
still work
That is
inside of
something
it.
that was established in one of the earlier movies. I think it was the second one. But it's really weird because he still can like use his powers, and he still had hypnotized apparently some of the bad bitches and stuff around the town, and he gets them to like come release him.
Of course, yeah. And it's like the weirdest thing, and he did it like from super far away too.
Yeah.
So it's like he always knows where his gold is. I think he's probably got a sixth sense for that. But then how the fuck does he like know where the bitches are? Like,
because he's got them mind controlled, and it doesn't matter the distance, and it doesn't matter if he's in an iron. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, there's no reason or rhyme to why his powers in some of these movies work the way they do.
Yeah, and they increase each time. It's like he became a certifiable Jedi in this movie, where he can literally like pick someone up with his hand and drop them down real fast. And you're like, well, that never happened in any of the other movies.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of weird things. Like, I also like the spirit gun that came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the other times he's using illusions to get people to injure themselves.
Yeah,
or
again, like the fan scene from, I think, is that the second one?
It's the second one, I'm pretty sure.
That scene is fucking horrifying. See, that's what I remember the Leprechaun being. These movies just went way too fucking silly, because that scene was fucking scary. God.
Yeah, I mean, it would be terrifying if you think you're about ready to squeeze some boobs, and you're like, wow, these are really nice boobs, and then all of a sudden both your hands get chopped off. Like, that's
it's either
awful.
It's either a giant fan or a lawnmower. I can never remember what. I have to rewatch.
I'm pretty sure it's a lawnmower, but
yeah, I'm sure it is. That makes the most sense. But it's just like the stupidest thing in the world that they went from that fucking scene to finger gun power.
Seriously,
you know, it's very dumb.
We have magical flutes and magical amulets and finger guns, and we could control people, and I can also have an entire army of basically zombie bitches. That are all super hot and all wear gold dresses and all have glowing green eyes and do my bidding for me. And when I rap, they rap with me and dance with me.
Oh, and here's the dumb part about this movie. So technically they got out. So all three of them stole the gold. The leprechaun chased them around. He got his gold back, but he ended up killing one of them. And when that I need to sneeze, sorry. Oh, it's going to happen eventually. I'll just keep talking till it does, I guess. When that happened, like, the guys are like, no, we need to get our revenge now. I'm like, no, you do not. No, you stole the gold. You're the bad guys.
Obviously. Like, everybody else in the room, they're the bad guys, but...
Yes, and it's like, so the first scene of this movie, the way the leprechaun, they take the necklace off the leprechaun, Mac Daddy and his associate do, and... he kills his associate. Mac Daddy like tries to fight him, can't, and then magically he gets like he steps into like a steam vent essentially, which makes the amulet go up in the air,
and it just lands on Leprechaun's head
perfectly on him. And that's exactly how the ending of the movie is too. And I'm just like, that's so dumb. God, this is so stupid.
Yeah. Well, and then of course, like he kept the Leprechaun statue in his like resident or like in his like room or whatever, and so when the guys come to steal from him, they steal all the stuff, and then they open up the case and try to get the amulet too, which I'm like, you're already stealing so much other shit. Why are you needing to like open up cases and doing that shit anyways? But I do think Mac Daddy was smart for bringing the statue to him.
But lock it somewhere else.
Yeah, you gotta lock that shit away, because like I do agree that if you left it there, somebody else might have found it, and then the leprechaun probably is coming after you, so might as well keep it with you.
Use all that money, buy a giant fucking safe, put it in the safe, hire like a fucking
boat
to
crew,
dig a fucking 30, 40-foot hole, and put it in the fucking hole.
Drop that shit in the Marianas Trench.
Yeah, right? Well, if he drops it in the trench, the necklace might come off, so we'll have to
you're right,
really like tie that necklace onto him.
Solder the necklace to the stone so it can't come off. There you go. Yeah.
And see, it's just there's so many solutions to this, and they don't do it because of movie logic. Because you can't have fucking.
There is no logic in this movie.
All right, I want to touch base on the second movie now.
Yes, Back to the Hood.
So, and Steven's right. This one's better plot wise. There's actually like a better plot. It makes a little bit more sense where they. The beginning of this movie is weird. So it's like they're building this rec center, and the leprechaun somehow like exists on top of the rec center, so there's a cellar.
Yeah.
Like this is where it got a little confusing to me, where I was like, why is there a cellar in the rec center? Like, why is the leprechaun
There's not a cellar in the rec center, but that is a weird place to pick to build a rec center if you know that there's like building underneath.
Yeah,
that's
because
completely
then you would
covered.
Yeah, you'd have to like destroy that in order to build the proper foundation, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. Because seriously, you need super good foundation, especially for a shelter or something like that for people to be like, but also, so the main girl, I think her name's Emily in this movie. She ends up falling into the little crevice or she falls down into that little area. And she got told earlier by a psychic that she'll find something that will give her untold riches, but she shouldn't touch it. And she's like, psychic. Oh, okay. And her ex-boyfriend like tosses down a match to her, like, I'll go get some rope. You just stay right there. And of course, she goes looking around, finds this treasure, and is like, oh shit, we're rich.
Yep. And like their whole thing again, I think it's the pawn shop thing. I'm pretty sure they're just pawning all this shit and using it to buy nice things for themselves. She's like a hairdresser. Yeah. She doesn't make that much money. She lives in a shitty apartment. The saddest part is who I think was the prettier of the two girls died. That was the saddest part to me.
Fair.
But I'm pretty sure the other guys both live. The guy with the motorcycle and
Rory and Jamie.
Yeah,
so Rory was the ex-boyfriend motorcyclist, and then Jamie was the
weird friend who was like hitting on them constantly, but maybe his childhood friends, I think.
Probably that. Like never got out of the friend zone, but always wanted to be out of the friend zone, but was also just the stoner friend that's all he cared about. Yeah. And one of the weird things I will say with this, though, is they start selling the gold and they all start buying stuff. Like one buys a car, one buys his girlfriend a gold tooth covering, one like buys jewelry and stuff. The other buy like instruments.
No, I think
and other
they
shit.
don't buy it. They actually melt down one of the coins for the tooth covering.
Oh, you're right. They do melt down the coin for the tooth covering. You're right. That does come back into importance later.
Yes, it does. They show that on purpose.
Well, the weirdest thing in this one, because it doesn't do this in any of the other Leprechaun movies from anything that I can remember, is every time they open up the chest of gold, even after spinning it and even after dumping it out, it keeps refilling.
Yeah.
And it was so weird. And it only shows it in that one scene, but it's still like they show it like they pull, like they're like, oh, who stole all the gold? He spent it all. Well, fuck, you got to go sell that shit so we can have some money again. And then like they open up the thing and it's full again, and then they dumps it on the table and it's full again. I'm like, what the fuck?
Here's the problem that I always have with the Leprechaun. It's like people will, if they're gonna pawn the gold, they're probably gonna pawn it at several pawn shops. Why isn't? And he did it in this one in the hood. He goes to the pawn shops to go get his gold that they pawn there. But let's say that they're going to cash for gold and they smelt it down. So all the gold appears back except for the gold tooth, which is interesting. That's already a non-continuity error. But by doing that, then the Leprechaun focuses on the main characters for revenge instead of all these random people that they met along the way, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like they did that for.
Yeah, which was so weird. I don't even know. It was just not great lore-wise. But yeah, like this one, like we said, does feel more like an actual story because it's actually like following this entire group. There's less about like some random rap battles and some beefs between random people.
Ice-T is not in the movie.
Oh yeah, I don't even think because wasn't Coolio also in the first one?
Yeah, Coolio was in the first one as well.
Yeah.
By the way, the end of the first one, like the necklace goes on the Leprechaun, but it turns out the Leprechaun has already possessed the main character, Postmaster P.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So then the Leprechaun does a stupid rap at the end that was really dumb. It was just really dumb.
Yeah,
very dumb way to end that movie,
for sure.
But yes, I will say in the second movie though, holy shit, the girl who dies, she has an epic fight. She lasts so long. She kills it.
There's a lot more actual fighting back in this one than the other one, which I definitely appreciated because the other one was just a lot more running away and just like jumping away and stuff like that.
Well, they tried to shoot him and nothing happened. So
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, they did a lot of shooting in this one. Like, someone unloads full clip into them of like an
Yeah.
AK-47. They get shotgun blast several times, pistol shot several times. Uh, but yeah, they even try to do some fun stuff with smoking weed in this one too. And I
Yeah.
love the bong kill. The bong kill is one of my favorites in this
Yes,
one.
yes. He goes to like a party they're having, and like it's so funny. One of the stoner dudes is just offering him weed. He's like, "Little man," it's just so funny. Just it is so stupid, but it's so funny.
Those are my favorite moments, though. Every time he smokes with somebody, he's like, "You want to hit at this? Hell yeah, hell yeah." Just seeing Warwick like hit the bong, like especially like when he gets bumped into the fridge and like he gets shut inside the fridge, he's still got the bong in there, he's just smoking, and then it's like, hey. It's so dumb, but it's so good.
Those were entertaining parts of this movie. The movie itself isn't very good, honestly. There's like an end scene, rooftop scene where they're all fighting the leprechaun. I can't remember what happens to Jamie. I think his leg gets broken or something, or severed.
I know he goes down for a while, then he comes back up, and the gun jams for probably about 5 minutes while he's trying to unjam it, and then he finally gets it unjammed.
Yeah. He just keeps like touching the gun to unjam it. He's not really doing it. He's like touch.
And
we
even though, and even though we saw him only make 6 clover bullets, we see him shoot the leprechaun 12 to 20 times.
It was like 50 fucking times, pretty much.
It was ridiculous. Well, I know at one point we were like, we were laughing because we were counting. We're like 17, 18, or whatever we were at. We were just like kept counting the bullets. Like, this is getting more and more ridiculous.
He had a lot of, and it was someone's lucky 4-leaf clover that they had just in their pocket at all times. I think
it was Jamie's, the potheads, because he found it inside of a stash of weed or something like that.
Yeah, and like it was just so stupid. And to me, like, why wouldn't they grind that up in order to make the leprechaun smoke it? You know, that makes way more sense.
That's the better way to do it.
Yeah. But so that they do this big scene. Really, nothing happens. Do they kill the leprechaun?
Well, so the weirdest thing happens with the
leprechaun.
He
goes into cement.
Well, yeah, that. But as he's getting shot, they have kind of like a deadlight kind of thing, like in It Chapter 2, where like all these like balls of like floating light are like coming out and stuff like that. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? But then all of a sudden he just goes, it just swords back into him. Yeah, and you're just like, so this is your weakness, but it only like
doesn't do anything.
You for like half a second, and then you can just heal yourself fully back again. And then they knock him off the rooftop into where the foundation of the whatever they're building, the shelter is going to be.
Yeah.
And they throw the gold in at the same time, so he's buried in cement. And like, we laughed really hard because the cement, when he's falling through it, it's like the Terminator scene in T2 where he puts up the thumb like, I'm dying, but I'm okay with it. But he fully just, and I'm like, how deep is this concrete?
As deep as it can go, 75 feet.
I know he's only like bottom of 4 feet tall or something, but that's a lot.
Yeah, like you see like someone putting like a concrete pad down, and it's what, like 5 inches at max.
Yeah, I was like, it's probably a 6 to 8 inch fucking slab of concrete from what it looks like, if that. And he falls into it full 4 or 5 feet deep.
Yeah, and then this is the end of the leprechaun. Luckily, he dies. This movie didn't have as many memorable moments to me. There's a point where like the cops stop him, and he kills a couple of the cops. I think we looked it up.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. We looked it up, and this movie has the most kills of any Leprechaun movie.
I think it's 13 in this one, and the most besides that was like 7 or 9 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And just like, but the kills, again, this is where I get the gore is just not there. And Steven and I looked this up. It's like a $2 million movie or some shit. Like they spent a good amount of money on it. They could have done some more gore. They could have done it.
This one did have better gore because, I mean, like we were talking about that cop scene. Like he did rip off the leg of that cop, and then he's like hopping around on one leg.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like he rips it off, and then the cop's like, "Oh no, Scooby Doo moment. Oh no, I'm over. Like,
it's only a flesh wound. Get back here."
Yeah, and it's just like, come on,
punch one leg off.
Give me more. Give me screaming at that moment. Give me something fucking more.
Yeah, and I do love when he goes against the gangster crew that was kind of the bully crew crew that was always picking on Rory and
he
Jamie
takes,
and
like,
them.
5 million bullets.
Oh God, it's so ridiculous.
And he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to point out when he takes the clover bullets, the bullets are still inside of him. He should not be able to use his fucking powers.
No, seriously, like you can't say like that's his weakness and then like it be like the smallest weakness ever. Like if you shot
the iron, right?
Superman with kryptonite and it's in him, like if you shoot him in the spinal column with kryptonite, he can't get it out. He's dead. He's not walking. Like he's dead until that gets pulled out. And I love that. It makes sense, but like they should have done that with Leprechaun. They really should have done more. Yeah.
Because the Leprechaun powers are so weird. They're constantly changing. They're constantly adding more. Like, and then what did they do in this one? They did one more extra power, and we were like, "What the fuck?" I can't remember what it was now.
God, I don't know if I even remember, but I just remember there's like all these just there's just a lot of just weird things in these movies because like even just the amount he teleports around.
Before. That was the other thing. Like he just decides that he could teleport anywhere. Which I like, what? That wasn't in the first, second, or third one, but now you can teleport everywhere?
Yeah. No, like, it's one of these franchises that I felt like the more and more they kept going, the more they stopped listening to the original set of rules. Because, like, I think the first one set up really good ground rules and had the lore of it. Then the second one...
I think he could fly.
I don't remember if he could fly,
I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure he flew at one point.
What? I don't think so. I don't remember fully.
I'm going to rewatch them all. I want to rewatch the second one.
I probably will too.
That one's horrifying.
But then I think there was the second one that had the VHS about, or they went on the internet and found that whole internet video about Leprechaun lore and figured out more of the lore. But then they stopped using all of that. Like one of the things I really loved in the original one was how he always was a shoe cobbler first. So he wanted to take care of shoes. So they were distracting him with shoes by just throwing shoes outside of the window. He's like, oh, no, I got to clean his shoe. Oh, no, I got to clean his shoe.
And to me, that was a fun weakness. And then they completely just took that away.
Took it away. Just out.
And the dumb part is too, like Steven made a point here. They had to go and seek out information on leprechauns. In these movies, they were always presented with information.
So they went and saw a psychic in this one at least, so they did kind of seek guidance. But
in the first one, it was like there was a thing on TV about a cartoon leprechaun who can't escape iron. That's how they figured that out.
Exactly.
It's so dumb.
We totally, God, speaking of this psychic, she ends up becoming this like full witch in this too. Like she's just a psychic at first, and you can't tell if she's a really good psychic or bad because she keeps getting people's names wrong. But then, like, she tells them all the story and predicts exactly what's going to happen to them. And then when they come back and ask her advice, she tells them how they could defeat the leprechaun and about the 4-leaf clover. And then I think she does try to like get into a magical battle with the leprechaun.
She does. She loses, but I don't think she dies.
I can't remember or not, but it's such a weird fucking thing. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Gandalf just showed up in the movie. He's ready to go. like it goes from like, there's nothing we can do about this, to now we have all these magical friends who can fight with us. Like,
yeah, but then also like even all the magic and stuff that you have now just doesn't matter because he's more powerful now, and it's just it just gets to this level of ridiculousness.
Way higher than yours.
Yeah, but he's not being his playful self and making illusions. And honestly, his puns were a lot worse than these ones too.
Yeah, his rhymes were just shit.
Oh, I randomly had a thought too while I was talking about the cobbler thing. That would have been the perfect thing to put in these black movies. Like In the Hood and Back to the Hood, because, I mean, who cares more about their shoes being pristine than a black person with their Jordans?
That's true. That's true.
It would have been hilarious for someone to step on.
They say any person. Their Jordans are.
I mean, there is a lot of people, but it is more of a black community culture thing.
You're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you shouldn't scuff anyone's kicks. I do agree with that, but I'm a person who I don't care about my shoes, and if they get scuffed, they get scuffed. I fuck whatever.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
They break down in like 2 to 6 months, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit anymore.
It really would have been funny to have somebody like, dude, you know what else we forgot to talk about? The guy who was really trying so hard in the first In the Hood movie to say the N-word, the white guy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, the white guy?
Yeah, the white guy that was buying the drugs from them.
My ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the second one. That was Back to the
That
Hood, I
was the
believe.
second one. Yes, that
Yeah,
was the second
yeah,
one. I was like,
yeah.
no, I think that's in the yes, it's the second one because it's he's talking to Jamie and
Rory.
is it the second one? No, I'm doubting it. Okay, well, anyway,
I
in
think it's
one
the
of them,
second one. Yeah, because they
there's
were
a
they were
white
pot
guy who
dealers.
really wants to say the N-word, but he doesn't know what he should do, so he just starts saying it, and then they're like, no, 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 you gotta say ninja.
Well, and I love the first time he like tries to say it, and like there's a basketball game going on, and literally everyone there all stops, like motherfucker, we will kill you. And I'm like, yep, y'all say it, don't say it, you never say it, you never say it.
Yes,
White guys never get a pass. We don't need one. We shouldn't say it.
And that was a silly scene. That's another scene that's just like in there for 1 second, then that guy never really comes back later.
Yeah, there's so many like random things in these, and that's probably why we're sounding like we're all over the place talking about these two movies, because we're talking about two movies, and these movies are random as fuck.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of like continuity between them. Powers are different. Leprechaun's personality never changes, but it does because like in the Hood, he's super interested in like being a pimp and everything, and then in this one, no pimping, none at all.
No pimping at all. No, nope, none at all. No,
none. No rapping, no nothing. But for like, he takes on the personality of whoever he's around, I guess.
Maybe, I don't even know. Like, it literally just seems like everyone's just like Warwick Davis tries to be himself in every role he's given, and he's the only thing that kind of feels consistent in this franchise.
Yeah.
Literally everything else about his character, the powers, the looks, the way his costume is, like those can even have slight changes throughout. Like, there's no continuity whatsoever besides the one actor. And only because he's playing it basically the same way, whether the material is good or not, it doesn't have any consistency.
For sure. And I mean, in this one too, the entire thing about this one is they're taking a car trip to escape the leprechaun, and it's just so silly. Like, it's just, they don't get very far. There was no point to this whole storyline. We didn't really talk about the tooth scene, but at one point he goes to this Rory's girlfriend and like rips a tooth out of her head, which is not as gory as it sounds. Like,
well, it should have been gorier because like he makes the motion to rip it out of her head, but then like he throws down like the bottom of her jaw, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Like, and it's like it should have been like a scene where you saw the jaw come out.
Yes 100%.
The tooth was, by the way, I just want you guys to know, the tooth was on the top.
Yeah, I say bottom. I don't know if he somehow ripped only the top, but like, and I feel like you can't really rip the top of your jaw out as much as you can rip the bottom of your jaw out.
The jaw is only the bottom, I think.
Oh, I guess that's fair. The roof of your mouth and the jaw. Sorry.
Yeah. But the thing is, he does rip the jaw off. I guess maybe that makes it easier for him to grab the gold ever so slightly.
Maybe he ripped off with this hand and pulled the tooth out.
And that's gory, but they don't fucking show it. They don't show the fucking scene. God damn, show me something. $2 or $3 million. You can show it. Who the hell are you paying all that money to?
Well, and it's just one of those things. Like, and I know there is a good amount of people who don't like horrific gore and stuff, but like,
that's the point of the movie.
For certain movies, you just need it. You just need it. Like the Saw franchise needs to have gore. The Terrifier franchise needs to have gore. Hostel franchise needs to have gore. Like,
I think certain movies too, it's just like this horror franchise. When there is a monster involved, you need gore.
True.
Because you need to have these like shock value moments where the monster is doing something unscrupulous and it needs to be shown. Otherwise, you kind of like belittle the monster at that point. At no point during the movie was I afraid of the leprechaun. They made him too fucking silly.
Yeah, well, and it comes to the thing, if someone's just too powerful, there's no point in fighting. There's no point in even trying. Yeah, might as well just like, all right, fucking kill me, make it quick, please. Like,
God, if I knew the leprechaun's weakness was cement, I would have just bought a whole bag of that shit. You know, it's like, why is that the way to kill the leprechaun? Lame way to kill the leprechaun. Should have done something more with the clovers.
anything, like honestly, like anything that would have made any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
That would have been more fun. I don't know. Like you ruin like the whole impact of this character
Yes.
by
Yes.
just making him silly and ridiculous.
I will say in the fifth or the second one, I think it's the sixth or seventh movie.
What do you? This is fifth and sixth.
Fifth and sixth. So it's the sixth movie.
Yeah.
Back in the Hood, they did give you a little background on why the Leprechaun's so upset and why he wants his gold so bad, and it's because a king betrayed him. And it was just such a dumb background. I was like, we don't need this. We do not need
But also,
this.
it was a different background than the background we have previously already known about the Leprechauns. So I'm like,
what they're trying to say almost, it's like, what is that book? A Space Odyssey?
I don't know.
2010, The Space Odyssey. Like,
so yeah.
So that the book the movie is based off of, each book is in a different universe. So each book deals with a similar aspect of the previous one, but in a different reality. I think this is a similar concept, right? Like none of this is happening in congruity. It's all happening in different realities.
I do feel like this is one of those franchises that almost is like rebooted like 6 times instead of actually having a concurrent theme or concurrent story, because they do change the lore, they do change the powers, they do everything differently in so many of these.
Or everything is happening at once. It's like Jesus Christ from Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. I'm everywhere, bitch.
See, but that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, and that movie was so much better because it is fucking hilarious.
It's so much better.
All right, are we ready to get into ratings, or do you have more to talk about?
I don't know if there's much else to say. I will say, like, I do still have a soft spot for the Leprechaun movies. I do. I own all of them. I've seen all 8 of them. Yes. 5 and 6 is probably the last decent ones, I think, or 7 is Space, right?
The last decent ones? No, we looked it up. In the Hood and Back to the Hood are the last 2 that they released in the main
right franchise. In the actual
4,
franchise.
I believe, is in Space. 1 through 3 are like the more focused ones where they follow kind of a similar plot line.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, I think that's how it went.
And then there was the remakes of it that were just without Warwick Davis, and they were awful.
Yeah, who was the Leprechaun in that one?
I don't even remember. I'll have to let me
Probably
see.
Someone they CGI'd as shorter or something.
There's Leprechaun Origins and Leprechaun Returns. Oh, yeah, and then Leprechaun the Beginning. So yeah, there was another one even.
Of course, 9 total movies.
Dylan Postal is one of them.
Dylan Postal? I don't know who that is. You'll never be able to replace Warwick. They should have just had Warwick Davis do it again.
Oh, and then Lyndon Porco is in one of them. Oh, and that one, Leprechaun Returns, it was the 2018 one, actually brought back Ozzy from the original one. So it's like a reboot legacy sequel kind of thing. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, well, let's just jump into ratings here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got to give this like a 2. This is not great. This is what was it?
2 for both of them combined? Are we doing a combined score?
I'm doing a combined score of a 2. I'm trying to remember.
It's a grease monkey or a son of a bitch.
This is a grease monkey. The problem with these movies is the gore. Like, that is my... Yeah. You can be silly. You can do all the shit they did in this movie, and if you have the right amount of gore, I'm fine. Like, I just want to be able to feel a little bit scared in certain moments, and the gore helps with that scared feeling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at least to have some sort of horror atmosphere. Like, you're a horror comedy, you're not just a comedy. Like, you're not Black Sheep or Tommy Boy. This is fucking a Leprechaun movie. This is a horror franchise. Like, let's put some horror back in the horror franchise. There was a point
where the Leprechaun rips off somebody's head, but it doesn't show it. It just shows his head in a jar later. But a great scene with that would have been the head on his hand and him like, "Hey guys, do you want to pawn some more stuff?" Like, that would have been actually
just watched a movie where that happened in it, and it was a movie with like Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it. And it was so funny because this guy comes possessed by someone opening up this box that had a Chinese spirit in it, and he becomes possessed. He goes around and he collects like hair and stuff from people and brings them back to life and makes his own zombies. and he kills one of his group of friends. Like, he was the odd man out of his group of friends, and he was the one who gets possessed. And he kills the main guy of the group of friends, and then he's going around for like the rest of the movie with the head on his hand, and he's like, "Hi, Karen, it's your boyfriend." And you're just like, yes, that is what we need.
Yes, and that's what this movie needed 100%. Something like, if you're going to be silly, be horrifying with the silliness.
Yes, for sure. For sure. So, yeah, I'll have to put that one on our list because that one was a really fun one to watch.
All right. What
it's called Dead and Breakfast. Dead and Breakfast. My rating, I think I'm also going to give it a son of a bitch, Grease Monkey. This, I have soft spots for them. I do enjoy them. I think they're dumb fun. But they are just, they're not Leprechaun the way I love Leprechaun too. And these are some of the worst in the franchise. Like, as much as I have a soft spot for them, and honestly, this is my third watches for both of these movies.
Every watch, it gets a little bit worse.
It does. It really does. There's sometimes I'm like, oh, that was a really good moment. This is why I enjoy it. And then the rest of the movie, I'm like, and it definitely was more fun just like watching it with you and Jin and just like laughing and making fun
drinking
of it
and having some fun. There was a drinking game where it's like every time someone raps about positivity,
anytime the N-word said,
anytime there was a rhyme,
anytime he said some sort of like punny rhyme, which is pretty often, and then there was a couple other of those rules. I can't remember.
Yeah, they were all kind of dumb. I mean, it was
all dumb.
I just drank, so it was fine.
I mean, that's the important part of that.
Yes. The movies themselves, unfortunately, doesn't hold snuff to the first three. The first three are probably ideally the best ones.
100%.
In Space, I don't know if it's good. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but it holds a special place in my heart.
I remember that one being utterly ridiculous, but it is one that's fun. And I typically do like the in space movies. Like, I love Jason X, Jason in Space. Like, that one to me is one of the best of the franchise.
Well, as a horror, man, that is like the scariest shit in the world. You can't run.
Oh,
there is nowhere for you to go.
Well, and honestly, Jason X has some of the best kills in the entire franchise, which is also why that one's the best, because the gore in that one is exceptional. Especially because like he dips his girl's head in this like it's like dry ice or something, or this is like something that freezes you instantly, and then he brings her back up and smashes her head against the counter, and she just goes to a billion pieces. Like, the top half of her torso is just gone. You're just like, oh shit. Or one of my favorite scenes is they try to do like a simulation thing with the camp to get him, like, so they have like the AI simulation, and they have these two girls that like take off their tops, like, hey Jason, and then they get in the sleeping bags, like, come fuck us, and Jason just grabs the sleeping bags with the girl in it and just starts swinging her and bashing her on a tree, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Peak.
Yes.
Peak. Absolute cinema.
Oh, but again, so there, that's way more gory than
way more.
So it's just, it needs that level of gore. That is my bottom line with these movies. It needs a better level of gore.
Any slasher film, any monster movie, any creature feature has to have a certain level of gore, has to have a certain level of atmosphere and fear of the creature. Yes. Like, if you were in that situation, like, even if it's comical or funny or the way they're killing's funny, like, if you were in that situation, you would be frightened. That's a good movie.
Yeah, and it's just like, you absolutely know, in other, like, you can either go horror in two ways, right? Psychological thriller or gore thriller.
True.
And I feel like you can do both, but you have to at least do one.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, horror is just that way. We want to feel scared. That's the whole point in watching the movie.
Yeah, I mean, horror genre to me is one of the greatest genres because of how much subgenres it has and how much each genre of horror can branch out so differently. Like, horror is its own franchise in its own entirety to me, but
for sure.
It's just this like crazy thing, and just so many, especially franchises, they lose their charm, they lose the edge, they lose what these characters mean. And that's the thing that's the hardest to watch with some of these franchises. Leprechaun is one of the worst.
As soon as you get like 4 to 6 movies deep, that's when it starts happening. So.
Yeah. Some movies it's faster, some movies it's slower, some movies like lose themselves and then come back. Like, we saw that with Halloween, like 3 is awful, or a lot of people hate 3. I kind of like it because it's different, but it totally goes away and makes it more like supernatural, and then it goes back to the regular killer. But then like the new ones go back to supernatural again. It's like
it's just a whole thing. Like you have to be really careful with sequels, and you have to bring a unique view on it, or you have to reference what you're trying to embody. I feel like.
Yeah, so like I feel like if you okay, go ahead.
If you're trying to like make a fourth sequel for something, reference the first 2 movies. Like, why wouldn't you? Because that's what people want to see.
I don't need nostalgia every 5 minutes for everything that's ever happened. I don't need you to re-show me things, but at least keep the same rules. Like even if you're not necessarily referencing it, keep the same rules, keep the same power system, or explain why they got more powerful. Explain that if he gets a hold of this amulet, that he becomes twice as powerful as he was. Or something to that effect. Like you can make these things more ridiculous, but add a story to it that makes sense.
If any of the people in the 5th or 6th movie would have called, like seen an online chat room of, if you have to face the leprechaun, this is what you get to do. And the author was like one of the previous survivors. That would have been fucking cool.
They did that in the Final Destination franchise where they seeked out Claire from the first one. And she was in the psych ward, and she didn't want to escape the psych ward because she was still afraid of death finding her, but she felt safe there. And so, like,
See, the reference is fun though. It's fun to see it come back full circle.
Yeah, and I mean, even just having Tony Todd in almost every one of the Final Destination movies after a certain point, like it became a great thing, and it became a cementing background character. Even if he wasn't mostly part of the movie, it was in maybe 4 minutes of each movie. Like he's such a big, impactful character, and those movies wouldn't be the same without him. And every movie from now on is gonna kind of miss that. Little bit.
I mean, we think about the Final Fantasy saga. You know, who is in every single Final Fantasy game?
Cloud?
No, Sid.
Oh, I don't know much about Final Fantasy, so Cloud's just 7, isn't he?
Yeah, Sid is just a side character who is never important. He's always someone you can talk to. Sometimes he plays a bigger role, like in the Kingdom Hearts games, he plays a bigger role. But in most of the games, he's just a guy who's sitting around, and his name is Sid.
Interesting.
And people love that Sid is always represented in a Final Fantasy game somehow. So,
all right then.
All right, guys. Well, that's it.
Yes.
What are we doing next week?
Well, next week, because we did say this last week, but then we switched it for this. We could still do the non-B movie Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson as the star.
Let's do it.
All right. You could find that on Prime or on Tubi.
Yep. Well, we're going to find it on Tubi.
Tubi, because Tubi's our favorite, and we want to be sponsored by Tubi. Tubi, where you can find all the greatest movies.
I'm pretty sure, didn't I look it up? Didn't we find out that Tubi is owned by Amazon or some shit?
Oh, I don't think you said that, but I did think you said something to the effect that they do accept like becoming an affiliate or something.
Yeah. We got to get sponsored by Tubi. I got to reach out to them and be like, Tubi, we love you.
Tubi.
I'm your biggest fan.
For sure.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on next week's episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Go fuck yourself.
Damn.